All right, guys, how's it going? So a little snippet I saw online. Liverpool head coach Arne Slot has given his approval for his new side to try and bring in Nico Williams. But Chelsea deemed the Spaniard's €58 million release clause plus additional costs too high. That's the salary. And this is Fabrizio Romano. Mo Salah! Him. Making these claims. Nico Williams, very good player. He's obviously receiving a lot of attention at the moment, because of the Euros. His contract runs until 2027. He last extended in December, just gone. And his release clause in sterling is around £49.1 million. I've got to be honest with you, I'm a little bit dubious about Fabrizio Romano's claims here. These claims weren't being made prior to the Euros, for example. We've seen links and you see chatter and whatnot all the time, right? But now the Euros is on, suddenly, Romano, whatever's implying, suggesting, stating, I haven't got the exact quote in front of me, that Arne Slot has given Liverpool, yeah, that's good, yeah, go and work on that. I can't help but think that's just, it's just a bit of just idle speculation. Do you know what I mean? I think that those Fabrizio Romano's claims stem from his newsletter that he does, like a daily thing. I'll see if I can find it while I'm recording this video. And it's not cheap. Let's see if I can find it for you. Daily briefing. I'm not sure. I know you can get like a free thing, a free trial or something, but I'm sure it's around 20-30 quid a year or something like that. I don't know. Some of you guys will know in the comment section. Just click on that. I don't want to put my email address in because I'm not really interested in it, but it ain't cheap. I don't think so anyway. And it's, I think on the version that, is relating to this, it was a bit, I don't want to say clickbait with Romano, but it's certainly, certainly like an interesting sort of thing that would make you want to sign up. And I think you can maybe get 6 months or a year free or something like that anyway. So, but basically it's a very, very, very good revenue generator for him. All right. And there's nothing wrong with that, is there? That's what Fabrizio Romano does. It's his career. And people enjoy his work, whether you agree with him, believe him, or whatever. People like to know what he's got to say. And the guy doesn't sleep, really. So I take my hat off to him. But I'm just a little bit suspicious by those claims today. I wish I could find the how much it is. Someone will tell you in the comment section, I'm sure. So I'm just saying, you might have seen some reporting about that today, because as a result of Romano saying that, I've seen multiple articles of Arne Slot gives green light for £49 million thing. Liverpool are trying to sign him. I think one of the claims was that Liverpool have actually held talks and all that. So these are all claims that we see on a regular basis, right? Every day of the week we see various transfer claims. And Nico Williams, he's a very good player, would be fantastic, as Brendan Rodgers would say, if he was brought in. And normally I listen to Romano, it just doesn't feel right, is what I'm trying to say. That's all. So if you see any articles today saying Liverpool have sat down with Nico Williams, Arne Slot's given the green light for Liverpool, or as, maybe not even that, has told Liverpool, I think one of them was told Liverpool to try and sign him, I would just be a little bit cautious with that, because it's the Euros, and during the Euros, journalists are going to want to be attracting attention. Newspapers want to sell stories and whatnot. The Nico Williams one, You see, normally if Romano said something like that, I'd be like, oh, that's interesting. You know what I mean? But just something doesn't sound right with it. I can't wait till the Euros is over, to be honest with you. And then we can crack on with what we want to do and what we're going to do in the market. And I'm really looking forward to the transfer window closing. I feel like that every summer anyway. But I'm more interested right now into going into the new campaign and this new Liverpool, you know, new coach, new setup, new squad, maybe, you know, who stays, who goes, who comes in. And then so that we can just get to see how we're going to be under Arne Slot. Would you agree with me with that? You see, when it comes to Fabrizio Romano, you know, there's a lot of people think that that he makes money as well directly from like agents and things that want him to do things and put stories out there. Because if you think about, if you're an agent representing a client and you can secure a deal to a particular club, or if there's two clubs trying to sign your client, but you can get more money and more kickbacks and things, it can really help if you're getting a certain message out. And who better if it's to do with, you know, if it's to do with transfers than to go through Fabrizio Romano if you know him. Do you know what I mean? I'll be honest with you, I think when it comes to all these different journalists, all these different, you know, when I say YouTubers, I mean like proper like YouTubers, personalities, not groups of fans. I'm talking about people like Fabrizio Romano and all them big gun journalists. They're bigger and more important now than the newspaper, you know, the print media. And I actually think that you probably don't know much about Fabrizio Romano in his life, in his personal life, but I reckon he's probably a very, 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 very wealthy man. I might take my hat off to him because I don't have a problem with him at all. Some people do. But I don't know if you're aware of that, but I reckon he makes more money than all the rest of them put together, and makes more money than the individual newspapers and shit like that. He's a clever boy. He's a clever boy, and like I say, I ain't got no beef with him or anything. You know what I mean? I listen to what he says, but this one, the Nico, this one just sounds a little bit not clickbait-ish, but a bit like, I've got something exciting to tell you. You have to sign up for my newsletter, or it'll be published here or whatever. But it's still promoting that whole setup, and it just sounds a little bit different to what he normally says. Probably not explaining it very well. But the message of the video is just be cautious if you see loads of claims today saying Liverpool have sat down with Nico Williams and that, because I ain't too sure whether that's accurate. I don't think it's accurate at all, to be honest with you. But that doesn't mean Liverpool are not interested in him, but just the reporting about it and the source of it today is a little bit suspicious for me. Be worth watching though, keep an eye on it. I'd be over the moon if we sign Nico Williams. Let me know what you think anyway. All right, guys, if you appreciate the video, please thumbs up. Please drop me a comment if you want to buy me a coffee. Hit the super thanks. I'll give you a shout out tomorrow. And also read the video description to join the newsletter or the chat room or something like that. All right, guys, cheers.